50 ways I screwed up my life.
Chapter 4. Complaining. I've spent a lot of my life complaining. I always have some criticism and rarely find things and people good enough to accept as they are. Generally, I find something to criticize about my neighbors, my friends, my partner, my baker, my work, my country, my family and myself. I am unbelievably critical and that's extremely tiring. But that's only the start of the misery, because the worst is that I complain to A about B and complain to B about A. I'm always complaining about my partner to my friends. They must be sick to death about it now. At home, I sit complaining about my colleagues so much that my partner can imitate their actions and words better than I can. I complain to my friends about my acquaintances and about my acquaintances to my cat. I never ever complain to the person I'm complaining about. All this became very clear to me one day when I sat complaining about people who do nothing else but complain. For Christ's sake, can't he stop nagging and whining? Why can't she stop going on about her husband and children to me? I can't do anything about it. But as always happens, when somebody's complaining, I see myself sitting there patiently nodding and apparently agreeing with this person. And then afterwards, I complain to somebody else that the person has been complaining to me. If you complain to the wrong person, that is not to the person that the complaint is about, the consequences are exclusively negative. You change nothing that is wrong. If you complain to B about the behavior of A will just continue happily doing the same thing, because he knows nothing about your displeasure. Secondly, you are wasting B's time because he cannot change anything. As B listens, he will feel that he is being used and he will think incorrectly that he has to gossip along with you. But the worst thing of all is that the person you are complaining about will eventually come to hear the criticism indirectly. He hears that you have been complaining about him. The criticism will have been further exaggerated by the intermediary person, or worse, persons, and thus will hit home harder. The person you're complained about will feel hurt. The atmosphere will become charged, and what's more, he won't feel at all motivated to change his behavior, quite the contrary. I complain to the wrong person because I'm scared. Scared that the person I'm criticizing will do something terrible to me if I complain to him or her in person. If I do complain like that, then an argument always automatically follows. That's because if I complain personally to somebody once a year, I've bottled things up for so long that I explode. And things simply escalate into a vulgar shouting match. The solution is to complain to the person concerned, but then in a nice way, so that the person doesn't feel hurt and can move on with head held high. It's better not to say, "Just stop doing things in this way," but rather, "Would you please try to do this differently in the future?" And it's better not to say, "You do that wrong," but "This is how that makes me feel." And finally, it's better not to wait too long, otherwise the wound will turn skeptic and stink. It's healthy to complain, but you have to do it properly.